Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir. We can hear you. Àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lecture second one yẹn mo fi ń gbọ́.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, can we confirm you can hear me? Kindly use the
I
comment
hear
section
you.
to
Yes, you are talking.
confirm
Good
that,
morning.
please.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Go ahead. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear us?
Loud and clear.
Hello, I am still waiting for confirmation. Okay, I have a few now. I see Chinedu. Good morning to you, sir. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. I see Emmanuel Mills. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for joining. And I see Musliudin. Thank you very much for joining. Good morning to you, sir. All right. Thank you for the confirmation. So let's get started. All right. Thank you very much, Felix. Thank you for joining us. Good morning to you too. All right. So let's get right to it. Good morning once again. Today is Tuesday, the 10th day of December, 2024. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, traders as well. You're just joining for the first time. Good morning to you too. It's really good to have you here, to have you join us today. And I hope we're all doing very well. Of course, it's a brand new week, and it's the Tuesday edition of our morning market review. The session holds every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On a daily basis, Monday through Friday, you get to meet with our top analysts, and then we look at what's going on in the markets in terms of fundamentals and technicals. And this is also, like I emphasize this a lot. This is also with the hope that when you have listened long enough, uh, you'll be able to even come up with your own profitable strategies that gives you an edge over the markets. All right, so in this section, we're going to look at what's going on in the market, also with the hope that we'll be able to have or get one or two assets, instruments that we can add to our watch lists for today and even for the rest of the week as well. All right, so without further ado, let's get right to it. And usually, I like to start with the majors, pairs with USD as one of the currencies. And from there, we start looking at other pairs that may interest you. Let's quickly check Forex Factory if we have any economic news for today that can impact price for today. Forexfactory.com. What's happening there? Okay. So all. Okay, should be here. All right. Okay, this happened already. We had cash rate from Australia and then followed by the rate statement. Why they decided to leave it unchanged. That's the purpose of this statement. Okay, this happened already 4:30 a.m. and then we would have seen the impact on Australian dollar. All right. So not much for today in terms of fundamentals. So let's head straight to MT4 to check the technical setups. Okay. All right. So we have MetaTrader 4 up, and then this is the USD index, the dollar index. Usually I like to start from here because once we understand the direction of the USD, would be able to apply this to other major pairs. So for example, if USD index is bullish, so we can expect pairs like Euro USD, Pound USD, NZD USD to be bearish. And then if USD index is bearish, on the other hand, then we can expect those same pairs to be bullish because of the direction of the dollar index. So, and then we're going to be starting from the daily time frame to see the overall direction. And then we can tune down to a much lower one for entry opportunities. So the fact that it's bullish or bearish doesn't necessarily mean that you want to jump straight in. After you understand or after you have confirmed the overall direction, you now need a perfect or the most ideal entry point. So that's what we'll be focusing on for today. All right. So in terms of direction here or for structure, of course, this has been quite bullish. You would agree with me. In fact, it has been aggressively bullish. It has been aggressively bullish. Since price reclaimed 102.6 level. I'm going to point it out in a minute. Right. Since price reclaimed this level, it has been quite bullish. Throughout this period, of course, we had this bearish move, giving us series of lower highs and lower lows up until below 100.6. Okay, now if you look back to what happened the last time price was below 100.6, as soon as price closed back above 100.6, we had this aggressive rally back to 107. Now, in the same vein, of course, this happened, this was middle of 2023. All right, so fast forward to this period right here, when we got a break back below 100.6, this was September, a few months ago. We also got a break below 100.6. And what happened? We're also seeing an aggressive rally back to 107, just as it happened right here, middle of 2023. Okay. And again, for this rally, it also closed above 107, we had this spike, got to as high as, let's check it, 108, as high as 108. Right, as high as 108. And then, since that happened, ideally, this break should have continued. If you check what happened here, when price got to 107, we got a bearish move back to 106. And then recently, when price retested 107, we even got a break above 107. But as it is right now, price is back below 107. So what it means is that the whole of the price level here is a false breakout, And usually when we get a false breakouts like this, it triggers an extended move in the opposite direction. So what it means is that we may be seeing an aggressive move to the downside from this level. I'm not ruling out that possibility. Okay, but currently prices are almost stuck between this 107 level. We're still on the USD index, stuck between 107 and 106. Yeah, these two levels. Okay, so this is going to come down to whether we see for this bearish move to continue. Of course, you would notice that we're getting lower highs and lows. It's beginning to look constructive. The bearish move is beginning to look constructive. All right, so here we have this bearish move. We have this lower high followed by a lower low. All right, so for this bearish move to continue, what it means is that we now need to see firstly a break below 106, and then if price stays below 106, then we'll see continuation of the downtrend. All right, so to confirm this downtrend that is beginning to look constructive, like I said, we now need to see a close below 106 and then a follow through after we get a close below 106. All right, so that's it for the USD index. So the overall bias here is that we have a bearish move that is beginning to look constructive. All right, and in order to confirm that, we now need to see a close below this 106 level, which is now acting as support. A close below this 106 level. All right, it was when we had the jobs data NFP last week Friday, but this because it printed a good value, was higher than the forecast, so this kind of pushed up a little bit, and then now above 106. So for this bearish move to continue, we now need to see a break below 106 and then trend continuation. All right, what would invalidate this bearish move would be if we now get it close above this area. I'm going to use this shape to highlight that. All right, so what would invalidate this bearish move is if we get it close above this area. All right, because that would now mean a higher high instead of a lower low. All right, so that's it for USD index. Okay, so moving on to euro dollar, moving on to euro USD, which is of course the inverse of the dollar index. So what this means is that we expect to see bullish move on the euro USD. We expect to see some strength. Of course, this has been bearish. And then all the way to this level here, 1.04575. Right, even closed below that level. And then what happens? Another incident of a fake out, just like we saw for the dollar index. All right, so this has been pushing higher from this low. This has been pushing higher from this low. Now, what would confirm this bullish move for Euro USD would now be a close above this resistance. Would be a close above this resistance at around price level 1.0615. For this bullish move to continue, what it means is that we now need to see a close above this resistance to confirm that the bullish move would continue. Now, this is also dependent on the US dollar index closing below this 106 level. Closing below 106 level. All right, so all of this again is happening on the daily time frame. It's happening on the daily time frame. Let's see if we can connect a trend line here. All right, it's quite valid. Okay, so we need to see a close above this resistance to confirm that the bullish move would continue. Okay, so let's check out 30 minutes to see what's happening there. Okay, so even on the 30 minutes time frame, of course, we're also looking for opportunity to buy. Why are we buying? We started from the daily time frame, and then on the daily time frame, we have this bullish move that is beginning to look more constructive as well. So we have this trend line here acting as support, here as support, right here as support as well, and then currently close to the trend line as support level. Okay, so on 30 minutes, we're also looking for opportunities to buy. So currently, we have a red candle, we have a bearish candle. All right, so it's possible, very much possible, that this bearish move may come back to the trend line. This is the same trend line that we have on the daily time frame. So this on 30 minutes, this bearish move may retest the trend line as support, and then from that level, the uptrend resumes. However, if on the other hand, what we get is a close below the trend line, if we get a close below the trend line, then that would invalidate the bullish move, and then we may continue to see we may have a bearish continuation as soon as we get a close below this trend line for Euro USD happening on the 30 minutes time frame. Now, this trend line, if you look at the daily time frame, you'll be able to draw it easily or replicate it on your chart, daily time frame, and then we connect the lows here. And then after connecting the lows, we now switch to 30 minutes to look for entry opportunity on the 30 minutes time frame. All right. Now, because we have a bearish candle on the 30 minutes time frame, and you do not want to buy right now, except you're an aggressive trader. So what it means is that we'll be waiting for the next support level before we go long. That's it for Euro USD. All right, so I have a request for D30, I have for pounds JPY. Okay, so this is Euro USD. Let's quickly check out what we have for pounds JPY before we come back to the ones I have for us. All right, pounds JPY. What's happening on pounds JPY? Daily time frame again to get the overall direction. Okay. All right, so on pounds JPY, we have this and then higher low, followed by higher high, went higher. We got a shallow retracement right there, followed by a new high. and then we got this shallow retracement back to this level, back to the resistance level here, the previous resistance. And then here, price failed to create a new high. You see, price failed to create a new high above this 200 level. Let me check out the trend lines. Okay, so price failed to create a new high there, also giving us a double top pattern. Right, and then when that happened, we then got this bearish move. Okay, all right, so the bearish move now on the daily time frame, we got this low, we got lower high, we got lower low, and then currently we have lower high. All right, so this is on the daily time frame now. Now that we understand the direction, of course, currently is bearish. Currently is bearish. We have lower highs and lower lows. And recently, we see the most recent lower high. All right, so from here now, what it means is that we're looking for opportunities to sell. We want to short pounds JPY. Now, this is daily time frame. And we also have the 50-period moving average here. Price is currently below the 50-period moving average, which also signifies weakness. And now, price is close to the 50-period moving average here, though it has not touched it. We don't have a touch yet. So from here now, if price eventually touches the 50-period moving average, and from here we have a bearish reversal pattern, most especially if we get bearish engulfing around the 50-period moving average. That would be our signal to short. All right, so now let's head over to a lower time frame. This is 4 hours. This is 1 hour. This is 1 hour. Okay, so that lower high, let me go back to the daily time frame. This lower high that we have here, this lower high, if you check a lower time frame, of course, it is a trend. If you check a lower time frame, on the daily time frame, we have lower high, meaning that the downtrend is still very much intact. It's still very much intact on the daily time frame. However, this same move here that created the lower high on daily, if you check a lower time frame, it's a trend. You're going to see a series of higher lows and higher highs until this structure is broken. Until this structure is broken, that is when this will change to an uptrend. Currently, the downtrend is still very much intact until we get a close back above, say, this previous support level. Until we get a close back above this previous support level. Here, until we get a close above that level, the downtrend is still intact. Okay, so to what extent will this bullish move push? Okay, so this is the resistance. This is the resistance we're looking at. This is the resistance we're looking at. So if you already have a buy trade, if you have a buy trade for pounds JPY, I'm sure it's looking good right now. I'm sure it's looking good right now. Well, currently it is approaching this resistance, and then because of the bearish bias that we have on the daily time frame, we started on the daily time frame to understand the overall direction. We confirmed it's bearish. So what it means is that we're looking for opportunities to sell. When is the best or the most ideal points to short? That's the next question. All right. And as it says, it's approaching this resistance. So it is from this resistance that we're going to look for opportunities to sell. It's from this resistance at around 194. That's where we're going to look for sell opportunities. Yeah, around this resistance. Right. So that's it for pounds JPY for those that asked for it. Okay. So which other one do we have? Let's quickly check USD JPY. Let's check USD JPY. It's a pair that we have watched. We have even traded. I'm going to point out why in a minute. On the 4 hours time frame, this is one pair that we have highlighted many times on this forum. So we started from here. USD JPY now. This is 4 hours time frame. Now on the 4 hours time frame, we saw this head and shoulder pattern on the 4 hours time frame. We saw this head and shoulder pattern. Now the head and shoulder pattern typically is a bearish reversal pattern. It's a bearish reversal pattern. So at that time, when we spotted this head and shoulder pattern, we were waiting for price to break below the neckline. We're waiting for price to break below the neckline. I'm going to highlight it in a minute. Okay, so at that time, we're waiting for price to break below the neckline to confirm the head and shoulder pattern. And then this candle here confirmed that. And then it was a fantastic move, giving us close to 500 pips right there. Okay, now after that bearish move, price found support at 148.5. Price found support at this level. I'm going to change the color to green. All right, so price found support right here, 148.5. Found support, and then currently it has been pushing higher. We got high, we got higher low, and then currently we're seeing higher high. We're seeing higher high. All right. So currently, this has changed from bearish to bullish. Now, this bearish move, if you watch it, gave us a series of lower highs and lower lows back to this support level at 148.5. And then currently, we're seeing this bullish move. We got this high. We had a retracement to higher low. And then currently, price has broken this previous high. Price is now above that previous high. So what it means is that we're looking for opportunities to buy. We're looking for opportunities to buy. Okay. While price is above this previous high at around 151. So what that means is that as long as price stays above this level, then the bullish move should continue. The bullish move should continue. All right. So let's see what it looks like on 30 minutes. Price still above the 50-period moving average. And also we have a resistance here. So you do not want to be buying into a resistance. You should have bought around this support level. If you bought, I'm sure you have fantastic profit right now. So the next point to buy will now be when we get a break above this resistance. Now, this is happening on the 30 minutes time frame. We now need a break above the resistance to follow or to ride that bullish move that we have on USD JPY. So two things can happen here. From this resistance now, it's possible we get a retracement and then price finally break above that resistance at around 151.5. Okay. So if we get a retracement, then we're going to buy after the retracement. We go long after the retracement. Or if we do not get a retracement, but instead we have a break above the resistance, that would also be our trigger to buy USD JPY. All right. Which other one do we have? Yeah, Adeyemi Olalekon, you have it right there, sir. Good morning, you're welcome. US 100, okay. We'll touch on it in a minute. Gold. Okay, before we go to gold, let's check out one or two currency pairs. All right, so we highlighted Euro USD already, and then we're waiting for buy opportunity. Now, the same thing for pounds USD. Same thing for pounds USD. Price closed below 1.26 level, closed below this support level, and then we didn't get a bearish continuation from that level. So what it means is that the whole of the price here was a fake out, a breakout that failed. And almost immediately, price closed back above this level at 1.26. Price closed back above it with this bullish candle, this green candle here. Price closed back above 1.26 level. And you will notice that since that happened, price has been pushing higher. Price has been pushing higher. So we have this high. We got this pullback. We got that retracement. And now it's looking like we're going to see a higher high. We're going to see a higher high. All right. So let's go to the lower time frame. All right, so we still have that bullish move here. And then resistance here as well. Let's see if we can connect these lows. Okay, now this is on 30 minutes. And then on 30 minutes, I have this trend line on 30 minutes. All right. So on this 30 minutes time frame, currently is looking bearish, but if you go back to the daily time frame, the uptrend is looking constructive. It's beginning to give us a structure for an uptrend. That's higher lows and higher highs on the daily time frame. Now, tuning down to the 30 minutes time frame now, it means that we now look for opportunity to buy. We now look for opportunity to buy. Again, this is also dependent on the USD index staying below the 106 level. For that to happen on the pounds USD, then we need the USD index to be bearish. That means we need to see a close below 106. We need to get a close below 106 for this bullish move to continue for pounds USD. All right, so two things here. Number one, we get a pullback to the trend line, and then we now need to confirm bullish setup from the trend line. So the trend line, this trend line now is expected to act as support, like we got here as well, the same. So if we get that same, just hold on, that same setup repeats itself here. That is, we get a retracement to the trend line acting as support, and then we would need some bullish confirmation from the support, and then we can take our buy entries from that level. Or the second thing would be price closing above this area, the price closing above this area. Again, this is 30 minutes time frame. . pounds USD on 30 minutes. So two things here. Number one, we get a retracement back to the trend line. And then from there, we now need to wait for bullish setup to buy, to go long. That's one. And then two, we get a close above this area. Then that would be our trigger to long pounds USD. All right, so that's a pair. Now let's go to commodity gold. Again, if you remember, we also saw head and shoulder pattern on gold back here. I highlighted this for us. At that time, price was here. We got this head and shoulder pattern. We got a break below the neckline. And then that gave us a fantastic move, delivering close to 1,000 pips from this close below the neckline. All right. So let's go back to daily. Let's go back to daily. All right. So this is the daily time frame now. Let's start from here to understand the overall direction and then the decision that we need to make here. Okay. So on the daily time frame, price, of course, this has been aggressively bullish. You would agree with me. And then a few pips to the 2,800 level. That's when we started getting this bearish move. Okay. So if you look at that bearish move, it gave us this low, give us this lower high, followed by this bearish candle, bearish engulfing pattern right here. Now, this bearish engulfing pattern at lower high, of course, that's a reversal pattern. That's a reversal pattern. Happened at resistance, followed by a bearish engulfing pattern. However, since that happened, we haven't seen a follow through. With this bearish engulfing candle, you would agree with me that we should have seen a break below the support and then bearish continuation from that level. But that is not happening right now. That is not happening right now, even though we have this bearish engulfing candle. All right. So what does this mean? What does this mean? Okay, of course, this is quite sideways. You could even see the 50-period moving average. It's looking really flat. There's no much momentum right there. There's no much momentum right there. Okay, so what are the possibilities? Let's head to H4. Okay, this is what it looks like on H4. All right, so on H4 time frame, for this to be bearish, we would need to see a close below this area. We need to see a close below this area. We need to see a close below this area. Don't forget, on the daily time frame, we confirmed this bearish engulfing candle, which is a bearish reversal pattern. After that confirmation, we should have seen a bearish continuation from that level, but we're not getting that. Even the 50-period moving average is also looking flat. It's also looking flat. All right. So let me highlight this trend line again. Now, if you look at this trend line here, let me change the color to green. This trend line right here. You see it dates back to early 2024. You see it supported price here. It supported price here. Supported price right here again. Supported price. You see it. And then here, we got a break below it and almost immediately back above it again. All right. So currently, price is around that trend line. Prices are around that trend line. Okay. So for this to turn bullish, we need to see a break above this bearish engulfing pattern. We need to see price break above that bearish engulfing pattern, which is this resistance at around 27.13. We need price to break above that level. Or for the bearish move, we need to see price break below 2600. So currently, you would agree with me that we do not really have much movement here. It has been quite sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost 2 weeks has been sideways. On H4, we'd even see the consolidation clearly. So on H4 time frame, it's mostly sideways. All right, judging by the 1 hour time frame, okay. So judging by the 1 hour time frame, if we get it close below the trend line, then we can expect price to push lower, or a close above this trend line resistance, then we can see higher prices from that level. So from the current level now, it boils down to whether we get a close below this trend line acting as support, or a close above this trend line acting as resistance. That's what I'll be looking out for on the 1 hour time frame in order to make a decision for gold. All right, right on time. Olanrewaju Gbenga. So let's check US 100. Okay, US 30, US 100. Of course, we have been following these two assets for quite some time. For US 100 now, of course, this is bullish. You would agree with me. From this support level, it has printed higher prices, higher low, higher high. You've got a shallow pullback here to higher low, and then higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and currently we see the most recent high. All right. So this is typical of an uptrend. So because it's an uptrend, and then if you also check the 50-period moving average, price is above the 50-period moving average, further confirming the strength of US 100. Okay. So what it means is that we're looking for opportunities to buy. However, this is really high right now. You don't want to be buying at a very high price. So you need some discounts. All right. So this is going to boil down to whether we get a retracement back to the previous high at around 21,256. Wait for some bullish pattern there, and then we go long, or we get a much deeper pullback. To 21,000 area, and then we go long from that level. That's what I'll be looking out for US 100. Okay, let's seize the opportunity to look at oil. I think there is what I'm looking for on oil. All right, so this is oil on the daily time frame. This is oil on the daily time frame. Okay. So support here at 71.50, support here at 71.50. You will notice that each time price closed below that level, it will close back above it. Here is an example right here as well. Here as well. Same thing for the price level here. And then finally, and most recently, here as well. Okay, so currently, price is back above this level. Price is back above this price level at 71.50. Okay, so from this level now, it's going to come down to whether we get a close back below it, a close back below 71.50, or from the current level, if we get some bullish move from the current level, if we get some bullish confirmation, then it will be an opportunity to buy towards this trend line resistance. You would also notice that just like this trend line here, this trend line support has acted as support multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Okay. In the same way, this trend line resistance too has also acted as resistance multiple times as well. So we have here, we have this point as well. We have this point as well. And then lastly, and most recently, we got this point as well. Okay, so price is stuck within this range. That's what it means. So from the current level, if we get some bullish pattern, we get some bullish pattern to buy. So let's check H4. How about H1? Okay, so on H1, we have this high. We got this lower high, all right? And then we're seeing some bullish moves right there on H1 time frame. We're seeing some bullish pattern on H1 time frame. All right. So currently, the 50-period moving average is also acting as resistance. So from here now, once we can confirm a break above the 50-period moving average, then that would be our trigger to long. That would be our trigger to long. Idris Badamasi, looking at US 100 4 hours time frame, head and shoulder pattern. Okay, let's check again. We have head and shoulder on H4. Okay, I see what you see there. All right, so we could say we have head and then left shoulder here, but this is still not decisive. This is still quite fresh. So we can't say we have the right shoulder just yet. All right. And then don't forget, for the head and shoulder pattern to be complete, we will now also need to see a break below the neckline. Also need to see a break below the neckline for this to be fully formed and then to confirm our bearish move. So your observation is right, but it's quite immature. It's quite immature just yet. All right. So we've been able to touch on quite a number of assets. So for the next 5 minutes, if there is anyone who would like me to do a recap on for all the pairs that we have looked at so far, if there is anyone who would like me to do a recap on, this is your time. Okay, G40. we have a D40 trader here. Okay, this is bullish. One look and then you can tell it's bullish. So if it's bullish, what it means is that you want to be buying. You want to be buying at support. At support. You want to be buying at support. And then looking at this move, could have this area here. Okay. All right. So if this current move, can come back into this area, then that would be where we'll be looking for opportunities to buy. Now, to take advantage of this retracement, somebody may be asking, okay, why are we not selling? But you must understand that if you sell here, you are trading the retracement, you're trading the pullback. Now, there are a few traders who do not like trading pullbacks, trading retracements. They would rather wait for till the end of the retracement and then follow the trend direction and follow the trend direction. All right, so that's it on daily time frame. This is what it looks like on 4 hours. This is what we have on 1 hour. Okay, that's for DE30. AUD USD, did we touch on that? But I'm going to look at it because it's quite an interesting one. AUD USD. Okay, so why did I say that? Why did I say that? All right, so looking at these 2 levels, okay, looking at these 2 levels now. Now, here it was support. I'm going to highlight it. Here it was support. And then fast forward to April 2024, price closed below that support level. And then what happened? Almost immediately closed back above it. And then this gave us a failed breakout. It gave us a fake out and then an aggressive move in the opposite direction. Fast forward to August, we got the same pattern, closed again below that support level. But what happened? Closed back above it and then another aggressive move. Currently, price is once again below this support level. Now, for this current move, of course, this is bearish. This bearish move would be invalidated if we get a close back below this resistance. The minute price closed below that support, it became resistance. So if we get it closed back above this resistance at around 0.654, then we would have another instance of a failed breakout. And then we can also expect to see an aggressive move in the opposite direction, just like we saw back here in August and just like we saw back here in April. So we may be seeing a repeat of that. Okay, so in order for that to be confirmed, we need to see a close back above the resistance. But if on the other hand, what we get is a close below this support, if what we get is a close below that support, then the bearish move may just continue. The bearish move may just continue. Okay, that's for AUD USD, and I hope you got that. Oye Shina Oye Kami, Joe Boy, and then Akpan Peter. I wish you had dropped your questions. I don't know. Okay, let me see if I can take one. Let me see if I can take one. Oh, yeah, Shino, yes, let's have you. Oh, yeah, Shino, let's have you very quickly. You can unmute from your end, or you just use the comment section to type your query, and then we can quickly address them. Or Joe Boy, whoever goes first. Okay, so I have Joe Boy. All right, Joe Boy, for Euro USD, we're waiting for price to come back to the trend line here. We started from the daily time frame, and then on the daily time frame, we have a bullish move. We have an uptrend on the daily time frame. For Euro USD, we have an uptrend. All right. So for that reason, on the 30-minute time frame, we're waiting for price to come back to this trend line. We're waiting for price to come back to this trend line. And then from this trend line, we wait for some more confirmation, we wait for a bullish pattern at that trend line, and then we buy. However, if on the other hand, we get it close below the trend line, then that would be a signal that it's about to turn bearish once again. That's for Euro USD. All right. Pounds DPY, we're looking for opportunities to buy on Pounds DPY. We touched on that as well, but I will not be able to go into details. All right. So this is a good place to leave it for today. This is a good place to leave it for today. I hope we have assets that we can add to our watch list for today and even for the rest of the week. Thank you very much for joining us today. Later today at 2 p.m., we're going to have indices session. You can set your alarm so that you can plan to join us at that time. And then tomorrow, it's also going to be another edition of our morning market review from 8 a.m. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a wonderful session. Thank you. Have a great trading day.